Let me share this thing.
Yep.
We
Yeah,
finna
it
get
was
into
on the other side too.
some stuff. Your boy a hot second. Share this here. Well,
Yeah, I didn't hear some of the Vanguards, Blacks, National Movement. Let's see.
okay,
Earth Rising, Moorish Academy.
okay.
Then got the AA 2214 Academy, Academy Culture. If I'm missing anything else.
No, you good. You got the facts.
No. Facts?
Yeah, it don't matter. I got it. So we
Oh yeah,
good.
no, I got it. It's up there. Yeah. New More Academy Facts. Yep.
Okay. Cool. So we shared it. Islam to everybody. Before we even get started, let me just say, look. We get a lot of haters or distractions in Islam. It's gonna be some casualties. It's gonna be some casualties along the way, y'all. So, because I shoot first, ask questions last. So if you got blocked, if you got filth flying filth and you didn't deserve it, you know what I'm saying? My bad. But that's how I do things because there's so much garbage out here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch this whole live, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Like I ain't even gotta talk about people. Like I know y'all see what's on the screen. This ain't my body politic. I'm just gonna read this case because I know y'all looking at that proclaim your nationality, and then they talking about become naturalized. Maybe y'all didn't see it, but this is why y'all need to be able to read because you can't get a nationality from being. You can't get your nationality from being naturalized.
Mm-hmm.
And I done already talked about this temple, you know, but they got some good literature up here on William Dungy and Joseph Spencer case. So I decided to read from here. I'm not really trying to get down on it. I could care less. So we finna go over a lot of information. And I want y'all to pay attention. You really need notes. Because this right here, like I know we be, every live it seems like it's the one, right? But this one right here, woo! Whole body politics is sitting down right now. You know what I'm saying? The red letter, lowercase letter people, the Lenape tribe people.
Are you saying that? Wait, are you saying that in their language?
Man, what language? Ebonics?
The Murishingi. Yeah.
Man, look. Hey, man. Y'all need to take notes. Y'all need to pay attention. Because what I've been saying for the last year, qualified alien, right? AUS Code 1101 subsection 15E and 15A. What I've been saying for the last year, we not these people's citizens. We not no U.S. citizens. We foreign to them. We operating off the treaty. When the census came around, I told Morris, look, you got a slave qualified alien. You still can get the resources because you the master of that slave. All you got to do is correct your status. Morris said, you know what? He an agent. He trying to get you sold into slavery. And then I proved it wrong. I came with proof. Like, no, they asked the agents. They lying. They don't even read. But, you know, people take this as entertainment instead of teaching lesson. You know what I'm saying? That's all I come here for. Is to teach. It might be entertaining, but that ain't what it's for. So I'm gonna read. I don't even know where to start because there's so much stuff. I don't even know where to start. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna read the case, bro. It's too much.
Yeah. Start from the beginning.
Among 10 original Lincoln documents discovered last summer in the Dwight County Courthouse is a bond for costs in William Dungy versus Joseph Spencer. Dwight County is a county in Illinois. When I was locked up, we knew about Dwight because they got a prison in Dwight. Written but not signed by Lincoln. It's a bond for costs in William Dungy and Joseph Spencer. Written but not signed by Lincoln. It was part of an interesting slander case. So this is a case of slander from the 1800s. Family disputes that degenerated into slanderous name calling feuds frequently appeared in antebellum illustrated court. Antebellum mean before the Civil War. So we talking about pre-1861. Such cases reflected the intent of American slander law to safeguard an individual's good reputation in the community against petty character assassination. Abraham Lincoln realized the value of reputation and declared his first printed political speech that every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men. One unique slander case Lincoln argued at the DeWitt County Circuit Court, Clinton, Illinois, in the May and October 1855 terms involved much more than a defamation of character, and suggested that Huck Finn's friend Jim might have considered his plan of escape to freedom. I reckon by 4 in the morning, just before daylight, and swim ashore and take the woods on the. It sound like they had, you know what I'm saying, on the Mac West out here in 1855.
Mm-hmm.
The Ebonics, look. Maybe that's what, you know what I'm saying, Light learned how to spell. I don't know. But they sounded like it. In August 1851, William Dungy, a dark-skinned young man of Portuguese descent, married Joseph Spencer's sister. So this is some hate going on. A dark-skinned man married Joseph Spencer's sister. I don't know if Spencer is Caucasian or not. I ain't looking to it. A family quarrel ensued, which became so bitter that in January 1855, Spencer claimed throughout the community that his brother-in-law, Black Bill, was a Negro. Now, I know all y'all remember seeing these elders talk about back in my day, if somebody called us black, we would fight them.
Yep.
See, they know to say that, but they don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know why. See, that was an attack. That was a slanderous attack at somebody's status.
Mm-hmm.
You try to capitis diminutio maxima him. That's what you try to do.
Mm-hmm.
The same way a group of our own people took an oath and did it to us. And now they think it's them. Like what? Since 1819, Illinois laws permitted quasi-slavery and restricted immigration of free blacks into the state. Now you got to pay attention. This before the black codes. This is why it was a republic. This is why we got Dred Scott laws. Because it don't matter. Your ass, if you got the wrong status, you finna get what it say unless you speak up and correct it. So, since 1819, Illinois laws permitted quasi-slavery and restricted the immigration of free blacks into the state. As other northern states passed personal liberty laws granting additional rights to free blacks, Illinois toughened this stance against them. So when everybody else was freeing the blacks, Illinois doubled down.
Mm-hmm.
In 1848, the 1848 Illinois Constitution required the General Assembly to pass such laws as will effectively prohibit free persons of color from immigrating to and settling in this state. Those prohibitions were passed as the Black Laws and went into force on February 12, 1853, the future emancipator's 44th birthday. So they had the Constitution of 1848 require the Black Laws, but why they ain't put it in the Constitution, y'all? Why they just made state codes? See, it's strategic. It's strategic because if they put it out there in the Constitution, in a state constitution, when the shit got to get done, when slavery got to get abolished, they would have had to correct it in that state constitution.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't correct it in the state constitution. See, as the 14th Amendment supposedly made free Negroes citizens of the federal and state government. So the federal constitution granting Negroes free, that shit don't apply to the states. You ain't in the federal. Your ass in the state if you was a free Negro at the time. So the state just came back and made their own black codes.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as the federal government wasn't down in your state protecting you, once they left, you were subject to the state. This why people look in Islam. This why people looking now at what Noble Drew Ali did. He made the Moorish Scientific of America part and parcel to the state. And the state was part and parcel to the federal. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even need the federal. This is how he was thinking in my mind. We don't even need the federal because everything we getting from the state, and I got an alderman over here, and I got a congressman right here. And I done told all the more temple to move in this area. So if they following the path, they safe. We got our own alderman. We got the funds for that we need to do. And we got a congressman to protect our interests in the state. We good. And if everybody does this in their state, when we travel to different states, we good. We got our work to go to, where it's all Moors. So they didn't pass it in the Illinois Constitution, state constitution. They passed, they just passed. William Dungy facing losing not only his reputation, but his marriage, because, you know, from Negroes, he was married to a Caucasian. Negroes couldn't marry Caucasians. So William Dungy faced losing not only his reputation, but his marriage, property, and right to remain in Illinois because they got the black codes. I mean, they had that law. You only can be in Illinois for like 10 days if you was black, or they can lock you up and sell you for slavery. Now, Section 10 of the 1853 law stated that every person who shall have 1/4 Negro blood shall be deemed a mulatto. William Dungy retained Abraham Lincoln to squash the possibility that he might be judged a Negro and therefore suffer the severe penalties under the 1853 Act. Don't we get the Secretary Moore's Act, and they petitioned not to be charged under the Negro law? Ain't this what people say to put on the record? Islam. I'm reading from I'm on a temple site reading about William Dungy and Joseph Spencer case. And I'm basically explaining to people how in the 1800s, Moors was doing what we talking about right now. They had rights, they had liberties, they was getting justice, and they wasn't even a U.S. citizen. Or they had, or I ain't gonna say wasn't a U.S. citizen, I don't know for sure about him. I know he was using his ancestry, he was using his lineage. He was using what Moore's trying to use now. And I also got proof that in 1830, I did this a lot the other day. In 1830, the census was counting everybody on the land, whether you was naturalized or not, whether you was a U.S. citizen or not. They was counting everybody. So what he would fall under is white. I don't think he was a U.S. citizen. What he would fall under is white status.
A free white person.
Lincoln filed his declaration charging Joseph Spencer with slander on April 17th, 1855, and sought $1,000 in damages. A game of legal chess occurred in May. Spencer's attorney, Cliff H. Moore, had Lawrence Weldon filed a juror to Lincoln's declaration asserting that his charges were insufficient in law. Judge Davis agreed that 2 of Lincoln's 3 charges were faulty. The case was continued and Lincoln was allowed to amend a declaration. At the next term of court, October 1855, the case was argued before a jury. According to Lawrence Weldon, Lincoln's talents as a trial lawyer were evident in his argument for Dungy. Weldon stated that Lincoln questioned about how Spencer went across the house gabbing to Dungy that Dungy was a nigger. Weldon emphasized that Lincoln's tone and pronunciation had a curious touch of the ludicrous, which instead of detract to the effect. Lincoln further undermined Spencer by using humor to persuade the jury that there was reasonable doubt regarding Dungy's race. Weldon recalled Lincoln's statement, "My client is not a Negro. It is a crime to be a Negro, no, with a black skin. But my client is not a Negro. His skin may not be as white as ours, but I say he is not a Negro, though he may be a Moor." And they plan on Moor. Mr. Lincoln interrupted Judge Davis, scarcely able to restrain a smile. "You mean Moore, not Moore?" "Well, Your Honor, Moore, not C.H. Moore," replied Mr. Lincoln with a sweep of his long arm towards the table where Moore and I sat. "I say my client may be a Moor, but he is not a Negro." Status correction. That's what we do. The forms we you know what I'm saying? for educational purposes, show people we do. It's status correction. Lincoln then is status correction for their system. That's what it is. What y'all want to get recognized in. Lincoln then demolished the defendant's witness's testimony. Moore and Weldon had secured several dispositions for residents in Galles County, Tennessee, and Dungy family home. The witnesses stated that they had personally known the family and that the white community had regarded the Dungies as Negro or of mixed blood. Under cross-examination, Lincoln argued that the testimony was hearsay. As the witnesses admitted, none of them lived within 30 miles of Dungy residence. You see how proof will just knock something out the water? Yep. It don't matter who you is. If you ain't got proof, it's hearsay. The rules don't change because you somebody's sheik. On October 18, 1855, the jury returned a verdict of guilty and granted Dungy $600 in damages, plus court costs $137.50. Lincoln charged a $25 fee, which Lawrence Weldon considered minimum. To avoid an appeal to the Illinois Supreme Court, Lincoln persuaded Dungy to remit $400 of the judgment in return for the defendant releasing all errors which may exist in the court record. So Lincoln was making errors. And he won the verdict, but he compromised so they appeal. Let him cop out. Under Illinois law, the defendant could not appeal the verdict, but could appeal only errors of procedure or evidence. Lincoln had taught Joseph Spencer an expensive lesson in domestic relations. Another source speaks about the William Dungy and Joseph Spencer case. Although historians have used this case to show Lincoln's skill in the courtroom, his keen legal mind, we examine a little closer, reveals something much more profound, an understanding of race in the 19th century. Dungy, who had a slightly darker complexion than others in the community, claimed that his family was Portuguese. As recent scholarship suggests, and this quote from Lincoln reveals, race is socially constructed. To Lincoln, regardless of Dungy's skin color, his Portuguese and Moorish ancestry, his Portuguese and Moorish ancestry gave gave Dungy legal and social rights in the community, state, and the country. Hold up. This the Republic, right? So how can this Moorish ancestry give him rights if they not talking about a treaty, bro?
Right. No other way.
Hold up. You mean to tell me he had civil rights, rights to contract, and he wasn't a citizen? He was just over here qualified alien? Using the treaty? That ain't it, though. Because I know some people think that's something. That ain't it. Because people, see, people will go and tell you everything need to be wrote in smaller case letters, as if that's de jure and that's the Republic. And here go the documents from the William Dungy case. Do it look like everything was wrote in lowercase letters or in red? Or do it look like the capital diminutio minima? How they teach you to spell in school, how you regularly write everything. And this is the writ of execution. And I want y'all to see some of these because some of these documents ain't nothing but a piece of paper. It ain't nothing but they just took a piece of paper and started writing on it. Hold up.
Yep.
Yeah, they just took a piece of paper and started writing. Watch this. They messing with me a little bit. Hold up. Hold fast. Okay. I thought we was okay. Okay, for some reason I can't flip through the documents. It's okay. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? It's just pieces of paper, y'all. They just writing on paper. It's some of these is just the judge just wrote on it. Y'all too complicated. This is the William Dungy case. Now I want to read something. Before they came with the black codes, they had all these laws. Now, I know it's a lot of information, and I'm trying to hit on all type of points. So what that proves, the William Dungy case, you had a dark-skinned man, You had a Moor. We ain't even got to call him a dark-skinned man. We know he was a Moor. You had a Moor. He wasn't, and maybe he should have had his ill in his bay on his name, and he probably wouldn't have had this case. Maybe if he was following principles, he probably wouldn't have had this case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This one we was trying to amalgamate with them people. The literature say we're not trying to do that no more.
Right.
So you see what happened to him. They try to take his status. This is why we talk about the illusion of choice. We try to amalgamate, all men created equal. Cool, I'm a Moor. This is that and other. He tried to go get his little Caucasian wife. And what happened? He tried to choose.
Yep.
They sent Agent Smith at his ass. Like, nigga, that's just to look at. You don't choose that.
Right.
I don't care if you saying you a Moor. You look like them Negroes. So, but did he get justice? Did he get justice? And he wasn't even improper. He wasn't even his improper persona. So he got justice. He got justice, and he got justice based off his ancestry in the Republic. And if you read the story, he owned all type of property. He wasn't just fighting the case. He owned property, businesses, and all. He was like somebody. William Dungy was somebody in Illinois. He had the fiat to pay Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Everybody wasn't even free back then. You had freed men, and then you had this law that they talk about in this article. For just regular Negroes that were free. And how would they tell? Because you're supposed to have a certificate of freedom back then. Right now, have a social security card. They had what's called a birth certificate. They had a certificate of freedom. So when you go to the next country, because they always republics, Illinois country. When you go to Illinois country, they got to certify your certificate of freedom. So just like when you move to a different state, you got to take that birth certificate and that social security number, and the man got to be registered as living somewhere before you can be counted as before they can even get the days counted that you a resident there. The straw man got to be there for 6 months or how long? See them the freedom papers. They want to know what is the status of this country coming up. So you coming in. Back in 1850s, you coming from country to country. What is his status? Do we got freedom papers? See, everything modern now. So what they had was a law in 1829. They had an 1829 law for the Negroes that wasn't free. All of them was enslaved. The freed Negroes was just allowed to do a little bit more things. Today, the freed Negroes is your Masons. Them your Masons. Them the ones that know enough. The other ones don't know. Same shit today. The ones all people don't know, they the black ones. The ones that know, they in lodges. Like, what's the difference? How you think how you think these people was filing petitions? Dred Scott and how you think they was even able to, do this stuff back then? So let me read this real quick. I only need a little part. Black history in Illinois is rather grim due to the black codes initiated in the mid-1800s. The codes extended a complete prohibition against black immigration into the state. The codes extended a complete prohibition against black immigration into the state. The elimination of legal slavery did not mean the end of these black codes. Now, this is why we need to know history, because this law, prior to the code, the law was passed in 1929 requiring free blacks to register in the county seat and post $1,000 bond to cover costs should they become indigent or violate state or local laws. This is why you got to know the history. Because back in that time, 1829, 1830 was the Indian Removal Act. They was moving us out of the southeastern part of the country to Oklahoma so they can get their immigrants over here. So the immigrants can have somewhere to live. So at the same time, you got Indians, so-called Indians being removed. You got laws against so-called blacks. See, the reason they didn't want the blacks there, the reason they didn't want the Indians there, because they kept violating their treaties, and the Negroes / Indians kept going in there raiding their ass and tearing that bitch up.
Mm-hmm.
Like last summer.
Islam.
Y'all kept killing Moors, and they kept going downtown all across the nation doing raids, and y'all ass got a flashback. They like, how the hell they know what to do? This shit in our DNA. So, and I done did lies on public charge. Trump would have been in office. He would have established public charge. That's what they talking about. Yo, indigent ass ain't finna come over here stealing and begging. You ain't finna come in this state and be a public charge. That's what they was talking about. That's why you had to come in with $1,000 bond and register. That way, if anything happened, you can go to the hospital. If any emergency happen, they can charge it to the bond. The same way police and them is bonded, you had to be bonded. See, this when everybody had to do everything for themselves. Now everybody taking care of your ass now. Now your ass bonded. They got a stock market bonding your ass. They usually had to find a white to act as surety for them. They also register their certificates of freedom from the state from which they immigrated. In 1840, there were then 4,000 blacks living in Illinois. Of that number, 330 were slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't got to read the rest of this. Well, I'm going to read this part. First, Governor Shadrach Bond held slaves and supported the introduction of a pro-slave constitution. In 1848, Article 14 of the state constitution was passed, prohibiting free persons of color from immigrating to Illinois and preventing slaveholders from bringing slaves into Illinois for the purpose of setting them free. Blacks in the state, unless your ass is a slave. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There was, of course, opposition. The opposition came from who, y'all? The colored people of Chicago. Some group called the colored people of Chicago. Y'all know who they was using that title. For example, at the draft, like what colored people is drafting resolutions?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Opposing the new constitution and the unjust and partial laws in the state. See, they was state citizens, but the General Assembly failed to adopt them. They were state citizens, but they still was claiming to be Negro. People still don't understand this. People think because they know about Dred Scott, they can cite Dred Scott, changing the status. Like, bro, it don't matter if you know about it. It don't matter because it's in your paperwork. Yeah, we cited Dred Scott. It don't matter. You ain't got the status. So you basically is hoping that somebody grants you some mercy. Because legally, we can go to Dred Scott and see that a black person don't got no rights that a white person got to enforce or to obey.
Yep.
Moors say this. So what's your status? Moors act like they don't got a status. Y'all know what the status is. You can't claim the Constitution and claim Article 3 and Article 6. And then we talking about status and use the straw and use the federal public benefit. And then when they talk about status, use their courts when it comes to sue. And then don't want to use, now this part don't work. No, all this shit go together. Then in 1853, it was made an actual crime to immigrate to the state. Under the leadership of Democrat John A. Logan, the General Assembly adopted the law 1853. According to one account, under the law, no black from another state could remain within Illinois borders for more than 10 days, or he or she subject to arrest, confinement in jail, a $50 fine, and removal from the state. They damn near done went back to this shit with the COVID.
Yep.
Don't travel to that state if you came from these states. If you come from this state, go to this state, your ass got to quarantine for 2 weeks. So we told you what the law before the Black Code, the William Dungy case. We showed you actual documents from the William Dungy case. And this is saying the same thing I just read about the 1929 law. Now, I have a video up here. Islam. I got a video up here. And this video finna explain basically what's going on with the Moors. I know the Moors mad because they thought they was finna, the elder Moors is mad because they thought they was finna lead all the young Moors into being Masons. I know that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna show y'all this video. I didn't really, it took me so long to get it because I wasn't in y'all temple. I've been to a Moor Science temple twice. I've been to one service and I've been to one on just to talk to the sheep. So I don't know how y'all stuff go. So by me just not watching stuff like this, I'm just not finding out what I've been teaching, what I've been studying and teaching is like what y'all consider add-up chamber lessons. You know what I'm saying? This why the Masons and this why the Temple Moors be over here like that, because they feel like I'm exposing their literature, but that show the fraud because it ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying? It ain't theirs. And Noble Drew Ali already said ain't no secrets. I'm just reading this. Hold up. I'm in Moore's literature. Hold up. I'm in Moore's literature, number 25. I'm just going to read this to you, y'all. It might take a couple minutes. But this is Moore's literature. This is what I'm saying. These people just go straight against the literature. I'm going to read this and I'm going to play the Mason for you. Because this is a Mason that done went through what he called all walks. And he's saying the same, what I'll be saying, he's saying the same thing. But the thing about it, how I got to this conclusion, the elders that had the path for us, they didn't have the path because they ain't even on the path. We had to find this by way of Al-Qaeda. And now we revealing it, and now if they go against it, it's finna run their ass over. But let me read this for you first, because this is gonna show you that Noble Drew Ali used the Holy Quran of Mecca as the foundation. And that he didn't have secrets, he didn't hold secrets, and we not against religion. We not against being a Muslim. A Muslim means you submit to the will of Allah. We still Muslims. Yeah, we Moors, and we fit other descriptions as well. But let me read this. And this was on Friday, December 15th, 1928. The Prophet, Noble Drew Ali, has spent many hours preparing the latest edition of the Quran, which will be a masterpiece of religious literature. To Americanize the Oriental idea of Islam involves many changes that are more or less negative to the main purpose of the Islamic religion. Such changes are carefully considered with the idea to avoid changing the complexion of the original text. So he telling you this is Islam. We making some minor changes to customize it for these Moors in America. But don't get it twisted, this religion. It's a reason we call it divine and national. There's a reason you gotta proclaim your free national name and religion. The philosophy of the ancient prophets is the main initiative in the compilation of the Quran. So we know we going ancient. Ain't no U.S. citizen ancient. United States is not ancient. Caucasians ain't even ancient. No thoughts of propaganda into this work, as has been the case of many former religious works, such as the Bible and other books of creed. So we tell you, they didn't give it to you all in them other books. The sole purpose of the prophet in giving such a message to the world is to save fallen humanity. The sole purpose. When a compiler, he's a compiler. He's compiling these works. And he wrote the last 4 chapters of the Circle Sermon. When a compiler attempts to inject propaganda into a work of this kind, there arises a need to cover the true text in order to prevent a clash with the truth and ideas involved in such propaganda. He just described most Moors. He said when a compiler attempts to inject propaganda, So we know this is the divine and national movement, and Moors done made it the Masonic and national movement. Ain't shit divine no more. Ain't shit, it ain't sacred no more, it's secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Divine no more, it's Masonic. And they saying, yeah, but this come from that. And I'm like, okay, honor the original. Honor your forefathers and your foremothers then.
Islam.
Pay homage. It say, there arises a need to cover the true text in order to prevent a clash with the truth and ideas involved in such propaganda. So this is what we saying now. Now you got more saying they trying to eliminate Allah. They saying that's mystical. They want to eliminate Prophet Muhammad. That's mystical. They want to eliminate Holy Quran, Omega. That's anything mystic, divine, what's the word? Esoteric.
Mm-hmm.
They want to dismiss that. And I'm saying you not with the divine, and that this is why y'all stuff not working, bro. Y'all ain't got no divinity. You ain't got no spark. You a body with no life. Trying to replace the divine with Masonic. That it wasn't made for us. That was made for some people.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't made for us. I know what it means. Yeah, my son, all that. Now tell me which one of our ancient forefathers was that? Or was it, know what I'm saying, Kemetic science and Moorish science and all this?
Mm-hmm.
Former works of this kind have either hindered or helped the nations proportionally to the adherence to the truth as to the original purpose of keeping the ignorant in such a state. It is hard to resist the temptation to use this medium for gain. Hence, many of the former treatises on works of this kind have been the means to foster ideas of the unscrupulous wherein they desire to use religious influence for gain. You know, fiat, it's a business. Now it's finna get critical. The many secrets known to the prophet that could be used for the salvation of the nation were either left out or colored to an extent that their meaning was made void. This is what they did to the secrets that could raise Hiram. They left them out or they colored them. Y'all kept the information to yourself. Y'all put us in darkness. Y'all covered the light up. Such is not the case with this edition of the Quran. Noble Drew Ali telling you right, and I ain't keeping no secrets. The Quran Circle 7 I'm compiling, other people kept secrets out in religious books. This one ain't keeping no secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read that again. The many secrets known to the prophet that could be used for the salvation of the nation were either left out or colored to the extent that their meaning was made void. Niggas held out the truth on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it ain't been working. He told you this before he left.
It's not.
All the secrets of the ages known to man are put into this work. So what's the secret now?
Mm-hmm.
Who keeping secrets? Talking about they following Noble Drew Ali. Who talking about some shit sacred? Talking about you following Noble Drew Ali. And the whole purpose is to uplift all of humanity. You keeping the light to yourself is creating darkness.
Mm-hmm.
What is you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It say, the secrets known only to the Magi are here revealed. The reading of the stars, the interpretation of marriage relations, the understanding of the span of life, and other such has been kept from the Occidental world are in this book boldly brought out. Kept from the Occidental world, he hinting at the Holy Quran of Mecca. He hinting at the Oriental version of Islam. They kept some stuff out. They're not teaching it right. And he says in this book boldly brought out. Boldly brought out. The Quran, Americanized as it will be, can be bought in a few weeks. It will be sent to all governors in Moorish Science Temple of America by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Just wanted to read that because y'all think for some reason like we got Pandora's box open over here and we revealing all the secrets. Ain't no damn secrets. It's only a secret because y'all ignorant and can't read the book. Your secret is ignorance. You can't read.
Mm-hmm.
And them facts. Ain't this stuff, ain't all this information a secret to the blacks? And in they face at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
So the secret is you can't read. So it ain't a secret.
Yep.
Now, I'll play this for y'all. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going to play about 3-4 minutes. Be patient.
Man, I want to ask you, man, 'cause it's been like 20 years since we met the last time, man. So last time you met me, man, I was straight Sunni Orthodox Muslim. I had been in Islam since I was 12, man, and like we was doing Sheikh Ahmed Dubamba and took bayat with the Sheikh. Shout out to brother Ibrahim Al Jahiz. He had just came back from Senegal, Africa. You was starting your bookstore. This was late 90s, early 2000s, and I wasn't even close to where I'm at now. So now I'm in the Muada Ashby's books, the Coming Forth by Day, the Philosophy of Enlightenment, Our Finding of the Third Eye by Stara Vanley Alter. Just a lot of Manly P. Hall, Secret Teachings of All Ages, thus forth. But what do you think about Muada Ashby, though?
I love Muada Ashby's teachings. I did meet Muada Ashby one time at Malcolm X Park in Philadelphia a few years ago when he was there. And I asked Muada Ashby directly, I said, what is your concept about avatar and how do we become avatars? Muada Ashby said to me, we are all avatars. Avatars of divine incarnation of God in the human form. So Muada Ashby said to me, we are all avatars. We just have to have a system to manifest that divinity that we already have. And when you read his book, Egyptian Yoga, Volume 1 and Volume 2, I don't even know why he came out with Volume 2, because Volume 1 was enough to split your wig back. So in Volume 1, he's explaining the positions of Salat that were in the pyramids, and he's explaining the concept of yoga, which means union with the divine. So yoga means to be one with the divine, and as I said earlier, we have that same concept in Islam or in Sufism with wusul. But other than wusul, we have the words fana, baka, and lika. These are 3 stations that you may experience on the Sufi journey. Now, what you call fana is extinction of yourself. Baka is manifestation in the oneness of Allah that's beyond the concept of a self. Lika is when you take that function of baka and you are able to function in society and guide others. So fana, baka, and lika are 3 important stations on the Sufi journey.
Man, 2 things I want to ask you though about Ra'u Nefer Amin's books. Have you ever read any of his?
The only one I was able to read was Metal Lecture Volume 1.
Okay. And what was your?
It's very high concept. It's very high concept.
Give me a second. I guess the Wi-Fi acting up a little bit. Cause he just was finna start spitting that fire on their head. They must have synced that. Like, hold up. You finna start. You see, start calling
you bring up Rod Nefer Amin. That's how you already know which way you're going with the stuff. That's the 11 laws of mind. That's everything we've been saying. Meta.
Pause this real quick, and I'm finna go. He was talking about. This book is on Google.
Yeah.
I just Googled it for free, y'all. He said the name of the book. I did it. It's called Egyptian Yoga, and he told you. He just told you that in this book. They telling you why Muslims do salat. You know what I'm saying? What the prayers mean? What the la what that do? And this is like he explaining the science of Islam. It ain't just a religious book. So we've been basically pegged as the zealots of the Moorish community. So and I'm not against religion because I know what religion is basically your way of life. It's just like the word religion got connotations to it. Religion is just your way of life. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got one. Is they making a video, Skip?
It looks like it's okay on this end from what I'm seeing. It could be, Facebook or somebody with the internet or whatever. Who knows? But like I say, they'll be available on our website or whatever if you need it.
Okay, so I don't know if the video skipping it. I'm gonna read you from page 86 of this book, and it's about religion. And we just said on the last slide, we just talked about religion as a teaching tool. And ain't no religion. The only thing that's wrong with how people teach religion now is they don't teach you what it actually means. So we got a divine and national movement. It's the divine part. You know what I'm saying? It's a esoteric part. It's a part you can't explain. Just like us.
Yep.
We got a part to explain. We got a part we can't explain. We can describe it. Can't nobody speak on it with power and factual and prove it. Prove the esoteric. That's why they're trying to use that against us. Mr. Scissor, because you can't prove it. But the same way you can't prove it, you can't disprove it. I can prove it more than you can disprove it. Yep. But we're going to go over this. What is religion? Because everybody act like they going back to it, right? To the Hermetic principles. What is religion? Religion. The term religion comes from the Latin word roots, which means back, and legion, which means to hold, to link, to bind. Now, I've heard multiple people say that, and when they describe it, they tell you that it makes you a slave. They say it means to bind. See, it's enslaving you. But I thought everybody was trying to get back to God, or the creative principle.
Yep.
I thought they was trying to get one. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were trying to get back. You know what I'm saying?
It's on.
Now, I know that's what it means. This is why we say Noble Ali is our Wali, because your Wali is your connection back to the straight path. That's why he gave us the religion, so we can get back. And this is why people don't want you to have a religion, because they want you to stay off. Or maybe they ass just ignorant. Who knows? I don't know niggas' thoughts. I just see their actions. Read the rest of this. Therefore, the essence of true religion is that of linking back, specifically linking this follows back to the original source, God. Simple. Human beings, their spirits having come from the universe. Now, listen to that. Why you think, now that explains why the imam, the rabbi, the sheikh, and the pastor all go to the lodge. They acting as, you know what I'm saying, as if they the Wali. They acting like you got to link back to them, and then they can go and then call it the cosmos, and they gonna be your link to the path.
Right.
That's what they acting like.
As long as your bill paid.
Yeah. But they really shirking their duty because they supposed to taught you the religion and the science in the damn church, in the mosque, or wherever you was at. You're supposed to learn all of it right there. You're supposed to have divine and natural.
Yep.
Human beings, their spirits having come from the universal, all-pervading consciousness, God, have forgotten their origin, therefore without knowledge of their true divine nature. But we know y'all don't believe this mystical part, so all you elders, close your ears up. You know what I'm saying? Religion is supposed to be a process of assisting men and women to reconnect with their creator, God. The human entity, soul, has been deluded into believing that it is composed of man and exists once and that will die only one day. Actually, it is not really a process of reconnection so much as remembering one's true identity. Because you can't fail no way. You just come back. It's as if we have contracted amnesia. This is the true meaning of the biblical statement. Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? Jesus enforcing your law on you. You know how they say enforce the Constitution? People think that means go be their citizen. Yep. No, call their ass a damn liar. Ain't your law saying this? Don't your law say you this?
Right.
Nigga,
hold
do
you to
your
the contract.
Yeah.
Right.
You holding them accountable. The kingdom of the spread upon the earth and do not see it. Although religion in its purest form is a yoga system, the original intent and meaning of the scriptures are often misunderstood, if not distorted. If religions were devoid of corruption and properly understood and practiced, most would provide a suitable system to yoga their followers. It is a well-known fact to religious scholars that the original scriptures of the Western Bible included teachings which closely follow the Egyptian mysteries, yoga system, and the Indian philosophical yoga Vedanta system. At the Nicene Council of Bishops in 325 ACE, the doctrine of self was distorted to the degree that the masses of the people were convinced that they needed a savior as a go-between to reach God. There go your sheik. There go your preacher. There go your imam. The Holy Quran 7 tell you every man a priest unto himself. So the doctrine of self-salvation was distorted. Ain't that our doctrine? Save your damn self. Ain't no majority. I'll taught you everything to save a nation, not take it and save yourself. Self-salvation. Ain't that the Hebrew principle? Ain't that the story of Set in a saw? Chopped up his brother Asar. The wife of Asar, Set, wanted to raise the god back so much. She had a baby. She had so much love for him. She had a baby, Horus. And Horus come and destroy Set and resurrect the father. That's the story. And all these is aspects of the self. These is you. You each one of these characteristics. Y'all should know by seeing me. Everybody think I'm Set. Everybody think I'm Set because I know how to use the negative principle. Because I know how to sunset and sunrise. Oh. So this doctrine was distorted to the degree that the mass, see, they tell you how the present day religion gets started. They tell you how they made everybody start looking for a savior, the Neo, the savior, instead of self-savior. I told you the oracle is the damn problem because he got everybody thinking somebody else gonna save him. One's gonna come one day and he's gonna be able to change the matrix as he sees fit.
Just hold tight.
Right. 100 years later, after the prophet, and most Moors don't even know he been here, just like the prophecy say. 50 years after I've been here, you won't even know I've been here if you ain't know what I'm saying. He ain't in Black History Month. Where Noble Jordan at? Every Black History Month.
If they worship him in secret.
Like there's levels to this. Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, they don't want to mention them. Noble Drew Ali, they ain't gonna mention. You ain't gonna hear about him. It's like he never existed to some of these people. As their minds were thus conditioned, they forgot that they, the individuals, were as we are today, responsible for their own fate. A new religion, Christianity, was thus created by the Nicene Council under the direction of the Roman Empire, and the emperor decreed the destruction of all other philosophies, religions, and doctrines. It was at this time that references to reincarnation, the ability of each individual to become a Christ, were either deleted or misrepresented, like they is today. Writings, which are called the Gnostic or knowing Gospels, were deleted from the standard text by Roman Emperor Constantine in the Essene Gospel of Peace, translated by Imam Borde Shakely in the early 20th century from a copy which was locked away in the Vatican. Jesus states that his teachings are to help guide those seeking to attain his level of consciousness, that is, cosmic consciousness, to become as he was, Christ. The same teaching is found in the Gospel of Thomas, one of several Gnostic Christian texts which were found in Egypt. Now, where have we seen this? Jesus states that his teachings are to help guide those seeking to attain his level of consciousness. What definition what word do that definition fit?
Okay.
Wally. Say it again, Wally. Your Wally is your connection to the straight path. So you got Muhammad, you got Jesus, you got certain great prophets that are the Wali. Moses, Confucius, Buddhism.
Yep.
Who is your connection to this path? Jesus just told you. Jesus states that his teachings are to help guide Why would you need a guide unless you're on a path?
Mm-hmm.
Now, a wali, let me go to Al-Qaeda because I'll be telling people Qaeda is our wali. And Qaeda is, not only is he the wali, Qaeda is the principal, let me see, is it in here? Give me a second. I don't know if it's in here or not. But Qaeda is Al-Qaeda. It might be the Uwaisi. Hold up.
Yeah, I think it is waste.
Qaeda is the principle of Qaeda is you can be taught.
Right back.
Islam. Bro, say people stop teaching and start instructing, telling ones what they ought to be doing, frankly and erroneously. Those two principles have to be combined with lead by example. That's a trend, Islam. And that's Islam. I see you, bro. That's one of my brothers. You know what it is. Brothers from the Trizentious. And a year ago, that brother was, what I'm saying? He wasn't, I'm going to say this. He wasn't in the Circle 7 a year ago. He is not. Islam. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I was looking for. Uwaisi. You see this? Uwaisi Cecilia chain of transmission? Islam. Yeah, you damn right. You see that chain of transmission? And then you see this other word, Tariqa, pathway? You see that? See, you can't just imagine and make up shit and be on the path. No, you need a chain of transmission. Who is your wali? How'd you get up here? This is why people don't know what the hell they talk about. They don't know what it is. We telling them what it is. So Prophet Yahoshua was a wali. He was a way to get on the path. You got different people that was a wali. And these Morris body politics that's throwing Noble Ali under the bus, who is y'all wali now? Because y'all losing options to pick from. Because ain't nobody alive today no wali. Facts. Ain't none of these sheiks y'all listening to a wali. And before I go there, hold up. Hold up. Where's that Holy Quran of Mecca? Where's my Holy Quran of Mecca? Bam. We in the Holy Quran of Mecca, Surah 3. The family of Amran. This is what I mean by wali. Say, let not the believers take the disbelievers for friends rather than believers. The word they use for friend is wali. And whoever does this has no connection with Allah. You off the path. That's why you ain't got no connection, because you took them and they leading you on another path. So you going somewhere else. The only exception is except that you guard yourselves against them. Guarding carefully. So when you hear me saying, yeah, I know a couple Masons. I got a couple homies that's Masons, but they know what it is. I ain't finna stop saying the truth for nobody. See, I'm guarding carefully. I can talk to you. I can talk to anybody. Y'all ain't changing shit over here. And that go for a more in the temple too, and any other body politic. I got a wali already. I'm saying, who is y'all connection to the path? And then niggas don't even know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, right, take your ass over there. And Allah said, and Allah cautions you against his retribution, and to Allah the eventual coming. So who you gonna listen to? You scared of these people or you scared of Allah? Because some of these niggas done changed the Great Seal. Some of these people saying the Great Seal is a damn eagle that look like a fried chicken with a pyramid on his chest now. And y'all know who y'all ass is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he ain't y'all wali. That's what I'm saying. See, this is exposure. These is facts. This shit niggas can't come back and outdo. This is why don't nobody want to come on here. Well, that think they too high, they don't want to come on here.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to take out the trash.
Mm-hmm.
It anyway. So that's the Wali. It just don't mean friend. Wali come from the word Waliya. Let me see if I still got it on here. No, I gotta look for it. Hold up. Waliya. And the main definition out of it is gad. That's what you want to know. Your Wali is a gad. It's supposed to guide you out the bullshit. So when you see me going over here, where we at? Where's we at? Hold up. I got so much stuff up here. When you see me going over here, you know what I'm saying? You see this definition for Kidda, the guy.
Mm-hmm.
This who been guiding us. Now, one of the things about Kidda is that Kidda is a principle. Kidda is a principle of guidance without having a physical master.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was reading this stuff on Jesus, where was that? When I was reading this stuff on Jesus, when it was Jesus states his teachings are to help guide those seeking to attain his righteousness, he ain't here no more. How he doing?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's somebody Wali. So they looking at his teachings and they saying, you know, I'm going to do everything just like him. So they will be called the Uwaisi. They will be called Uwaisiyan.
Mm-hmm.
The term Uwaisiyan refers to those Sufis who have gained the Sufi spiritual chain from another Sufi without physically meeting them in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm going with this? If you got a body politic, who is y'all Wali? Who is y'all Wali? Because ain't no more prophets. So who is y'all Wali? You gotta be connected to a prophet that ain't no longer here no more. You gotta be a Uwaisiyan. You gotta be reading, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be going to the chaos zone and bringing it, manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, who is your Wali that you doing it? And then after that, who is y'all that's saying that y'all can do this? Who is y'all that's saying that y'all the Uwaisiyan? Because y'all don't sound like us. We don't recognize y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we talk with y'all, y'all trying to change up the formula. Mm-hmm. And we like, no, that ain't how it go. No. We supposed to agree when we meet each other about the principles.
Right.
Let me look up Wali real quick. 240B. You an accurate definition. Let me see. And this is what I be talking about. When people want to teach me something, this is how you gotta come. I don't want to hear your opinions and I don't like it unproven and no, you gotta come with some facts to your boy. Because I did in facts.
Mm-hmm.
Slave principles. And I ain't on nobody time limit. I'm on my time. So when I feel like people done waited too long, I just do stuff. I don't wait for you. And I ain't on y'all time. I ain't finna call none of y'all. I ain't the one in breach. Y'all in breach. Like what I'm calling. So Waliya. Y'all see that?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger. There you go. Yep.
To be close, to follow, be up to. So they saying don't take disbelievers don't be close to these kafirs. Don't follow them. Don't even be next to them. Y'all talking about unifying with them? This ain't talking about it. Let me go back to the Holy Quran in Mecca. So I showed you what a Wali is. So let not believers take disbelievers, and you know the word for disbeliever is kafir. Kafirun. Let not the Moot Minoon take the Kaffir room for Wally. Because you ain't gonna have no way to get to the path. You're gonna be asking for mercy, and it's gonna be a more like me that can see everything, and that's gonna be like, shit. I ain't even gonna give you I ain't even gonna feel contrition for you. And people think that's harsh until they do the math and look over the last 100 years and like, okay, this the only way. We done tried everything. This the only way. We just got to shoot everybody. We just got to throw rocks with principles on them. And whoever hit, them the people who ain't on the principles.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's still people, it was somebody, like it's still people trying to take up for the consulate, bro. And I don't even got to waste time on y'all no more. Like, I just went through all this information, right? Y'all see that Noble Drew Ali clearly brought mysticism. They clearly, if you go to their website, they advertise the Noble Drew Ali. Nationality is the order of the day and got Noble Drew Ali up there. As if they following them. That shit fraud. And niggas is in my inbox talking about, man, I fuck with the old man. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck who you fuck with. You see how I get angry just thinking about it? I don't care who you mess with because because this why. See, they think it's my ego why I don't care. This why I don't care. Who the old man is. Because let not the believers take disbelievers for Wally. So how much you love anybody that you finna, know what I'm saying, get cut off.
Right.
And I thought it was religious freedom anyway. I thought I could do whatever the fuck, like, do what I want to do. At what point do I get condemned for my religious freedom? Because I'm exercising freedom of speech as well. But like I said, like I read in Egyptian yoga, religion been tainted and distorted so much. It's probably, you know how religion is?
Mm-hmm.
You know what religion is? Religion got the reputation that the Moors got. Religion got the reputation that the Masons got. Because they don't nobody like the bad part. They just want to say the good part, right?
Right.
No, all Masons ain't like that. No, all us Moors ain't like that.
Yep.
Yeah, all religions ain't like that.
Yep.
At what point do y'all stop understanding, you know what I'm saying, principles?
Mm-hmm.
At what point is it mysticism when one of y'all name means slave of Allah? How your name gonna be slave of Allah, but I don't believe in Allah? I'm not understanding. How your name all Arabic? How your name got the imam who get kook bars in it, but you not a Sufi? So hold up. Masons and Sufis is so close because Sufism birthed Masonry. Because when we was finna fall, we let y'all be the keepers of the North Gate, and now y'all the owners of the North Gate. Y'all don't want to give us our shit back.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think it's a fucking, like, now you wonder why it's problems. Oh, well, Moors want to say this, and they just took everything, and they didn't say our name, and Masons think that we're bad because we're not talking about them. Like, bro, do Moors got a contract against these people? Like, I'm just trying to add up all, is it equal? They try to act like this shit equal.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't. So this is proof that I'm showing you. They gonna say that's religious. That's why I showed you in the Egyptian yoga book what religion really is. We giving your ass divine and national. If you don't like that, you need to go over there and get that Masonic and national. For the record. That's because they for the record with theirs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm starting to see. That's what I'm starting to see. By not coming in through the temple, we didn't get the indoctrination there, but we didn't go to the oracle, bro.
Right.
We got out the matrix and skipped the oracle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We skipped the damn oracle, and now they see what happened when you skip the oracle.
Mm-hmm.
You thought we was bogus all the time. You was tainted. This is why we gone. under 2 years.
Yep.
Ain't nobody to hold us back. It would have been better, bro. If we wasn't with the constant, we would have been farther than this. How many times they was holding us back?
Bro.
How many times we was trying to do stuff and they said, well, you got to pay for it all with your own money.
Yeah. Yeah. No. If you can't afford to do it, don't do it.
Yeah. I'm like, why every time you try to help?
But cancel all your corporate contracts.
Yep.
Don't work. That's slavery. And so, okay, so what I'm supposed to do? So you want to help the people, but then you want to go, okay, you can get in the race, but you can't use your motor. You can't use the transmission. Don't touch them 2 pedals down there. I'm going to give you the key, and the only thing that's going to cut on is the radio.
And what that remind you, bro? What that remind you of that we read about? What do that remind you of that we just read about? Cause they passed a law with crime, like, bro. You know they passed the black codes in 1865, and then the civil rights in 1866.
Yep.
And emancipation was in 1863.
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna free y'all in 1863, emancipation. But here go the black codes. You better not do it.
Yep.
Okay, y'all get mad. Okay, here goes Civil Rights Act of 1866. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Here goes the 14th Amendment of 1866, 1868.
Mm-hmm.
And here go the massacre of 1866. So you better not do it. We gonna tell you can do it. You better not do it though.
Yeah.
Illusion of choice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I brought that up. So these people, these Moors is telling you the same shit. As soon as you get to choosing, they go against you.
That's right. As soon as you sign, they trying to kill you in signs of life because you don't even get a chance to wake up and realize they gave the wrong roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
You did. That was all, just trying to get on the street. And the next thing you know, they done set you out here like, wait a minute.
On the real.
This don't look right.
And once again, this is now Kidda. Kidda is a figure described but not mentioned by name in the Quran as a righteous servant of God, possessing great wisdom or mystic knowledge. In various Islamic or non-Islamic tradition, Kidda is described as a messenger, prophet, master, authority, custodian, protector, and friend, slave, or angel, who guards the sea, his secret knowledge, and aids those in distress. You know what I'm saying? And the principle of Kidda is being taught without the need for a physical person to teach you.
The third party, it's a third party contractor.
Yep. Kidda is known as the teacher of the prophets. It's a reason the prophets turn prophets when they leave and get in seclusion. Moses, story of Moses, he killed the man and had to flee. And they start getting revelations. When they get by themselves, then everything. See, once they get away from all the distractions, from what everybody said to do, and all the rules, here come Kidda. Here come Allah. Like, okay, now you ready for me?
Yeah.
Prophet Muhammad, when he get his revelation, when he went in the cave, when he was in the cave in seclusion. Yahushua. Didn't he have to leave? Ain't that what the whole Circle 7 about?
Yep.
His travels?
Yep.
He left home and went like. It's always something. Joseph. Didn't he get sold into slavery in the story of Joseph? Sold into Egypt?
Yep.
It's always something. Look at me. What happened to me when I was a kid? When I was a teenager?
Yep.
I get sent away for a long ass time?
Yep. Got sold away. Yep.
And I ain't trying to put myself like, you're a prophet. No, I'm saying the same way people say get away from the noise, get to the small, still voice. I'm saying you don't need no master. All you need is some quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but people can't handle quiet. they're so used to the busy pace and all this other stuff that when they get quiet, they can't focus, they can't concentrate. But it's a will thing. You got to force yourself to do it. It's how bad do you really want it? Well, you know, when you talk to man, you'll say you do anything. And when it's time to sit down and get to zero, that's a different story.
And I know, look, don't take me like this is why I talk like how I talk. Because I'm the type of dude, I kick my own ass. Like, I don't need nobody to tell me this is that and other. I monitor myself. Like, okay, I did better with this. I did better with that. Fuck about that. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is this. Like, I don't like. I'm. So to me, it's justice. Like, I'm looking at everything equal. The same way I'm gonna talk about me. If your ass in my circumference, and you got something like you in the business, especially if you in the business, you getting it. It is what it is. Now, look at this. This is still under the Uwaisi definition. The science of spirituality of Islam. Now they talking about Sufism. Sufism, also known as Tasawwuf, is mysticism in Islam, characterized by particular values, ritual doctrines, and institutions. Defined as Islamic mysticism, the inward dimension of Islam, or the phenomenon of mysticism within Islam. The inward. We not worshiping out no three God. We know we're the spirit man.
Yeah. We had to pull it down from the chaos realm and organize it. Not something that's already organized by something else.
Islam. And this what no Drali wrote. He talking Sufism. You're not talking nothing but Sufism. The Uwaisi transmission occurs when the spirits of righteousness, believers. Why I say believers, y'all? Hold up. Let me, because it's talking about exactly what's in this Holy Quran. Let not the believers take the disbelievers for friends rather than believers. So hold up. It occurs when the spirit of righteous believers meet in the world. Damn, hold up. They meeting in another world called Alam al-Arwa, the world of spirits.
That's that as above, so below. Some people can't say they don't know that. This is already like y'all know this stuff already.
Which is beyond Alam al-Asam, the material plane. So they saying the righteous believers can go into the chaos zone that's beyond the material plane. Whoever takes knowledge through spirituality from a master in Allah, what master? Who they taking it from? Who they taking it from? See, the world of spirits is when I'm reading this book. When I'm reading the literature and the root keep giving me information, I'm in the world. That's the world. That's me going into the world of spirits, getting that information.
Yep.
Transmission. Whoever takes the knowledge, that's the knowledge you read in the book. Whoever takes knowledge through spirituality from a master in Alam al-Arwa, the world of spirits, is called Uwaisi. And we've been telling y'all we the Uwaisi. We've been telling y'all we the Khalifa. We told y'all we the Vanguard, and all of it is synonymous. Before we even got to this, this means of transmission is considered as powerful and effective as the physical relation of master and disciple. So some of y'all in the temple going through an add-up chamber. And now y'all coming to us like y'all Moses. Because y'all got the book, the physical representation of the book. You got the Alam al-Ajsam, the material plane version. We coming with the Alam al-Arwa, the spirit world, where we a higher degree.
Islam.
It is what it is. So you looking, so this is what they doing. This is what they doing now. You see how I can use the literature and tell the story? Watch this. Watch this. This is what they doing now. This is what the Moors, his message is doing. See, I got to go to Surah 18. I got to go to the cave. Now, what I just told you about Prophet Muhammad, he got his relationship when he went to the cave, didn't he? That's when he got conscious, didn't he? He had to go to the cave. I'm going to take y'all ass to the cave. I'm going to take you to the cave. And we're gonna go down here to Moses and Kidder. And we're gonna start at Surah 18, verse 65. It say, then they found one of our servants. So this is Moses and his servant. The story is Moses, and Moses represent these elders in this story. Kidder represent us in the New Moors. So Moses is known as the lawman. He's known as knowing the law, and then that's what these elders is known as. The law people. They know the law, this is that and the other. They known as the authority, because that's what law is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's showing them it's a different type of law that's above that law that they didn't know about. And Moses only found out about it when he started going around telling people he was the most learned.
Right.
That's when Allah made this situation come about so he can get sat down. So it's Moses and his servant going to meet Al-Kidder. And this is them meeting. Then they found one of our servants whom we had granted mercy from us, and whom we had taught knowledge from ourselves. That's so important.
Right.
Whom we had taught knowledge from ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to go back to this Uwaisi real quick. Hold up. But that's what he just told you they was. That's what he told you Kidder was. Uwaisi Yan.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody teach him. Allah told him. Really, he's something. Really, he just a wali. He not we the Uwaisi Yan. I ain't gonna try and change the definition.
Mm-hmm.
Because Uwaisi Yan is like the definition say, going to the world of spirits, getting information from a master. He connected.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He the master we going to get it from. So he a higher connection. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the exact word. I guess it's just Wally. But so now whom we had taught knowledge from amongst ourselves. That's the part I was on. And that's why I wanted to show the Uwaisi, because I just showed you this. The Uwaisi refers to those Sufis who have gained the Sufi chain from another Sufi without physically meeting them in this world. So that's kind of like the, Kidder, he ain't get taught by nobody.
Right.
Allah gave it to him. Moses said to him, this Moses, I follow thee that they may teach me of the good that has been taught. This sound like how these elders, and when this is the same thing we telling them. This is what Kidder told him. Thou cannot have patience with me. This is what we telling the elders. And more that don't understand. Y'all trying to follow, y'all trying to unify. We already know it ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
We know it ain't gonna work because you ain't listening to us. You steady trying to tell us some shit.
Yep.
We done told you we don't need nothing from you and don't want nothing from you. We only come to help.
Mm-hmm.
You can't give us nothing because we're not finna change. If we take it, it's gonna change what we are.
Yep.
We're not changing nothing. So we told them you can't follow us. You can't have patience with us. And then look, how can thou have patience in that whereof thou has not a comprehensive knowledge? Nigga, you ain't listening. You ain't read none of the book.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect you to understand. You the same nigga talking about all this mysticism. So unify for what?
Right.
You basically telling us come be your slave. Come change your religion so we can be safe.
Right.
Like, nigga, don't care about you being safe. Nigga, this is our religion.
Right. No, it's I'm not gonna change my mind, but you can change yours.
Yeah, I'm not changing my mind. I'm not gonna give my mind and Obadru Ali and I'm like, see, this is why they don't understand. Obadru Ali told you every word I speak is spirit.
Yep.
You idiot. It ain't me, it's the root. But you don't even believe in the doctrine, so all that's filth flowing filth to you.
Yep.
All that's mysticism to you.
Yep.
All that's dogma to you.
Yep.
I'm wondering how we even on earth living without some type of spirit, without spirituality.
Bro, that's how you know they ain't paying attention to science, bro. They on the wrong stuff. And they say they want to be lawmen, I guess.
They ain't paying attention to the science because of what the chapter I just left from. Don't take disbelievers or friends over believers. And they did that shit in the dough. That's why these people been stuck for 30, 40, 50 years. That's the proof.
Yep.
That's the proof. You in quicksand. Ain't shit moved in half a century.
Nope.
Ain't really in 100 years since Noble Drew Ali left. And you still talking about we following those. I can go to that chapter in the Quran. We gonna follow our forefathers. And it's like, what? Even though they knew nothing? Even though they knew they didn't have the answer, you gonna still follow? They follow what their forefathers brought them.
Yep.
That's what they follow.
Yep.
Moses said to him, may I follow thee that thou mayest teach me of the good that has been taught. This is what they keep saying. And we like, okay, but we ain't changing nothing. All you gotta do is listen and watch the video. He said, thou cannot have patience with. See, Kidda already knew it. He knew it because everything I do is different from you. And you think you somebody.
Yep. You think you're trying to judge what you know now.
Right. And you got an ego.
Yep.
You think you actually mean something, you don't mean nothing to me.
Yep.
I'm not finna treat you like you a sheik.
No. You came here to learn. You came here to ask for help and to learn and all this other stuff, but you're gonna start judging and telling me what to do before you let me finish my sentence.
Exactly.
You ain't even seen the whole thing.
Look, he said, if Allah please, look, this Moses trying to use Allah now. If Allah please, thou will find me patient, nor shall I disobey thee in aught. So he made a contract, didn't he?
Yep.
Now watch this. He said, if thou will follow me, this kid or not, question me not about aught until I myself speak to thee about it. Don't ask me nothing. Just watch and follow. This is what we telling the elders. Don't come over here trying to tell us nothing. We know what you trying to tell us mean. You trying to establish some type of authority. We letting you know you ain't nothing over here. You ain't no authority to us. And if you got a problem with it,
yep.
That's what it is. Y'all ain't leading nothing over here. We following Al-Qaeda, who teaches the masterless ones. Al-Qaeda is for the ones who don't get a master, who are the master. They don't understand that because there ain't no way for them to slick in a Mickey to get some slavery in and get some fiat and tax the Moors. So look, so they set out until when they embarked upon a boat, he made a hole in it. First time he did something, Moses broke the contract. Moses said, hast thou made a hole in it to drown its occupants? Thou hast surely done a grievous thing. He judged them.
Yep.
You asked him what he did, then you judged him.
Yep. Immediately.
Look
off
at
top.
Kidda. Look at Kidda. He say, did I not say that thou could not have patience with me? Like I told you, you wouldn't understand. This is why I told you go over there and do whatever you're going to do.
Right.
See, Moses couldn't accept. See, him judging Kidda is showing Moses' ego. The one you think the law man, he the one with the ego. Because Allah told him Kidda was more learned.
Yep.
So if Allah told you Kidda was more learned, why is you going over telling Kidda he wrong? That's your ego. Allah told you he.
Yep. And now you trying to like reverse Allah's judgment. Basically, that's what that's about. Like, no, that can't be right. So you can go back and see Allah, see what he did. No, this is not supposed to be like this, or whatever.
And Allah gonna blast your ass for disobeying his judgment.
Yep.
I didn't tell you to do that.
Yep.
I told you he was better than you. This is the same story as Shaitan and Adam. I told you Adam was better than you. Okay, well, I'm gonna prove you ain't.
Yep.
It's the same shit. It's the same story with the elders and the new Moors. And I ain't even got to read this whole story. I just showed you he messed up the contract, and it's somebody everybody respect in every religion. Every religion got Moses sent it as the lawman. Every major one.
Yep.
In this instance, his ass was wrong, which showed the superiority between the physical and the material plane and the spirit plane.
Yep.
We talk about degrees. So you got some Moors talking about trying to get a piece of land. We need the land back, as if they prepping all Moors to go to war for a piece of land. And most of the Moors don't even know their damn nationality.
Islam.
And it's a suicide mission because most of the Moors ain't even woke. So they ain't even got to fight you. Your own people fight you. Your own people is voting in a new slave master and taking vaccines and doing press conferences talking about we all need equity with the vaccine. Because y'all ain't wake them up.
Bro, they wind the Moors up, and then the Moors running around trying to look and find some other Moors because they can't find them. They don't even know who they're just looking for a fez or anything, a flag, whatever. They don't know what. They don't know where everybody at. They don't know that.
Hell no.
Then when people come asking for whatever, they don't have clarity.
Moors is up here, bogus as hell. Y'all know what it is. Let me see. Where's that? Now let me get a little bit more of this chic in now. Let me see if they calmed down yet. They did good. In a distraction. Let me see.
And guide others. So Fanab, Akan, Likar are three important steps of the journey.
Man, two things I want to ask you though about Ra'u Nefer Amen's books. Have you ever read any of
The only
his?
one I was able to read was Metal Lecture Volume 1.
Okay. And what was your?
It's very high concepts. It's very high concepts. One thing about the Egyptian system, people must realize this. There is no living hierophant on the planet Earth at this time. The Egyptian system is basically dead. It's not a living system.
What about the 97 degrees of Mizraim and all that? Is that child's play?
I don't know anything about that. I've never heard of that.
Okay. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to
What you
interrupt.
have to find is the system is only as good as the living master that represents it. I have not found a living master of the Kemetic Egyptian system.
Not even more out of Ashby.
I don't know if he's a master or not. I met him. He wrote a lot of books, but that doesn't mean that he's a master.
Let me get the picture of the brother. Can we get a close up on that, my good brother?
This is Sheikh Ibrahim Fall.
Can you come a little closer so I can get that?
Definitely.
Sheikhs, how do you say the name, brother?
Sheikh Ibrahim.
Here they go again. I don't know if y'all heard him. He said the system, and y'all got to remember this, a Mason. This is somebody who says he was a Moor and went through the Masonic Lodge, and now he's ending his journey with Sufism. Because that's all it was anyway. But he said, and this is what he said. He said the system is only as good as the living master who teaches it. This lets you know while he's saying he's a sheikh and all that, he not the Uwais. He got a master. He just told you who made him a sheikh. And I don't know if he just did, or I know it's in the video. In the video, he say who made him a sheikh and the chain of transmission and all this. We not on that. You can't, ain't nobody alive. Like he said, the hierophant system is no living hierophant. That's how I'm looking at all these people. It ain't no living man that can give me a command. That I'm gonna call master. Ain't a man alive. I don't know why they keep blocking this. But this is this video. Y'all can look it up y'all damn self and watch the whole video. It's a knowledge publication. And if y'all couldn't tell by now, all they ass probably Masons or affiliated in some type of way. And I know we talking about the subject a lot. I know it's a lot of Masons who be watching because y'all done watched so long and y'all done seen us. Y'all basically done seen Al-Qaeda guide us to the path. You know what I'm saying? The shit y'all already knew, y'all seen us motherfucking get it without y'all outer chamber, without y'all rituals. That's what y'all seen. Got straight to it. And now like, damn, I ain't need this shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What we was talking about yesterday, I mean, it's something that still got to be done. So you got our people in different type of orders. We in type of body politics. We in different religions. Everybody needs representation. That system Noble Ali put in place, anybody can use it. We already got people living in wards that's classified, misclassified. All we need is the caliphs. All we need is the Uwais. All we need is the vanguards to to do their job, which all Moors' job is to uplift fallen humanity. So we got high populations in these wards. We can get whoever the hell we want as the alderman. He ain't got to have an L or a Bay. Or he can have it. I could care less. Whoever finna do it. We can get who we want as the alderman. We can get who we want as a congressman to represent our needs. And we ain't got to hide. See, this was what I'm starting to see with these damn elders.
Oh, okay, now the byfalls.
Okay, hold up. I don't know what the hell.
Pull it up on this side, Nova?
Yeah, you can put it up. Tell me when you get it. We gonna knock this one out. Knock that out. So, as far as civics go, it's with grassroots. Like I said, it's gonna take some vanguards. It's gonna take some people who know what they're talking about to start putting the word out. And we can start with Dred Scott. Since you got this, since niggas want to Black Lives Matter, we can throw that in your face. Because if your Black Lives Matter, then see what your alderman and your congressman doing. Who's your alderman? Alderman? Oh, you ain't got an alderman? You know they're getting $1 million to fix this, that, and the other. To start programs and do this, that, and the other. So that's what I'm talking about, civics. These people need to be pressed. It need to be some pressure going on. Niggas is saying they somebody. Okay, we finna enforce. We finna prove whether y'all is or not. We finna do experiment. And we, meaning the Asiatics of North America. That's what the mission is. Wake up the blacks. Let them know what it is. At least that's what my mission is. Other Moors, y'all can round up all the Moors and ask and beg for donations and try to sell y'all books and sell everybody else books and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? This what I'm on. I don't even I ain't even finna get too much far into that other stuff. But is it anything we miss? And is it any questions people got as far as all this we done went through? Because we went over a lot. We showed you the William Dungy case. We showed you yesterday or the day before the census that they was counting qualified aliens. They was counting people with free white status that wasn't naturalized U.S. citizens in 1830. 1830, the same year they did the Indian Removal Act, moved all them natives and Moors to Oklahoma. So the same, all this is going around the same time. And we was all mixed with everybody. In the William Dungy case, what it proved is that status was it was real republic going on over here. Even though the freed and the people with status was still in a second class status. They still was in a second class status. Even though Dungy got, remedy, you still look like a Negro. You know what I'm saying? Walking around here. You still got to pull out them freedom papers every now and again. Just like we doing now. Every now and again, I got to go to court. Prove who I am. You know what I'm saying? Talk to one of these police. They pull me over something. It is what it is. That's why we said, ain't nobody responsible but you. Let me read some of these questions.
I got that video queued up whenever you're ready. Just tell me about where you were, 4 minutes or something?
Yeah, go to 3:30.
Okay, I think we're about perfect in on that anyway. Let me go ahead. Hold up. I see we don't have no sound, so we can take care of that.
Anybody got questions? Y'all can ask them. Okay. I can't hear it. Hold up. Try to get some more shit.
What have you learned now?
It's just tough. What we'll do is
It's all good.
It's all good. We'll work on that.
It's all good. We'll get it in another. I might just post it on my page or something. But they seen I want them to see some more, but they seen enough to know to go and look at the video.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, let me see if I can refresh the Wi-Fi or something. Hopefully, Wi-Fi stop acting messed up and I can show it on this.
All right, so I put it in the chat and everything. So, and it's over here on the screen too. If y'all want to see what that video is to take a look at it on your own, you can.
Mm-hmm. And there's other videos as well. Like you can go and look up Sufism, Freemasonry videos of how draw lead raw Sufi study. He studied under it ain't nothing but Muslims there, and he studied and learned Sufism and all that's in that video. And this other video. Because people was trying, I guess, see that the Moors ain't going. And now they trying to explain themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, I know there's a beef between the Moors and the Masons because of this. And the Masons don't mention the Moor. They took everything from the Moors. Somebody say if they join Portage, would they be recognized in another state? Bro, if you don't do the work, you ain't gonna be recognized nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like we ain't taking responsibility for nobody. We made a body politic. The same way Noble Drew Ali made a body politic, and it's still Moors from the Science Temple in the joint. Cause they ass just doing, you know what I'm saying? What you mean recognize? If recognize means you can not follow the principles, ain't nobody gonna be recognized. And I don't know if you mean that, but there's so many Moors that be coming like they trying to get a contract that ain't equal.
Mm-hmm.
Moors think they got some type of extra rights because we the people of the land.
Right.
And that's just on paper.
Right. And so, and my other thing is, I think the question is a little too vague. Are you asking because it's Portage de Chicago and you live somewhere else? Does that mean that you're not a part of Portage de Chicago? If you are part of Portage de Chicago, you're part of Portage de Chicago, which is don't have to go and look at because of the location saying that you can't be wherever you are. So I say it's a little more. Do a little bit more study, and we got some of the courses that are good, which will help you out too, because it's a lot of the work that you're gonna have to do, whatever state you're gonna be residing in. So you're still responsible for doing the work, no matter what you're with. But the Portage de Chicago will be the body politic that you're a part of.
Bro, he keep talking about recognize. What recognize by who? What you mean by recognize? Recognize what?
For who and for what? Like, what are you trying to do?
You know what I'm saying? Recognized by what? It's why I keep telling more. Ain't no, like, I don't know who Moore's been listening to. And we get a lot of questions like that. That's why I'm asking for a specific, because I don't really know what he mean. I don't know if he mean it like some of these other people. Mm-hmm. And some of these people, they just be wanting something to get out of they trouble they in.
Well, plus, we want to make sure that we transparent and clear 100% on this platform. You know, a lot of times people will be making all these different assumptions and whatnot, thinking that it's going to remedy their problem, and that's not how we coming. Basically, we're going to be transparent, and we want to be specific about whatever your questions are, so we can get you the right answers you're looking for.
See, this really make me want to go to them people website, because this the shit that got people asking this dumb stuff. They got stuff up there talking about they done did it already.
Right.
No, bro. Pete. And this go for any more, bro. This why people don't like her. We telling the truth. And this ain't for the more who ask the question. I'll just be hearing it so much. You know what I'm saying? Questions like that, I don't know how. So I be like, how do we mean it? And this is before I even go there. But ain't nobody politic you finna join that's saving nothing. You know what the temple gonna do when you join them and you got a case? Your ass gonna check in the cash. They gonna check and see if your ass been paying them dues. And then they gonna tell you go get a lawyer. And they gonna squeeze your ass out the fiat. And they either gonna get you a cop out or they gonna get you out the case depending on what you've done. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if you get with another body policy, they might not even answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? And some of them got on their website what to do, but you can't answer the phone, get no remedy, no talk.
No clarity, right.
And then when they sent your ass in to do a process, they're gonna send you to jail, then you really can't answer nobody. Then when you finally get on one of their calls, they tell you it's all your fault. Mm-hmm. Which it is. It is. But that's what Shaitan tell you when he use you. He tell you the truth after he use you. After I ain't got to lie to you no more, I done use you. All right, yeah, you know that was your fault. And it is these people's fault because they ass don't listen when people like us telling them in the door. This is why we don't care. You come with your sob story or what happened, we don't care. Well, I don't care. Because I'm going to go down the tape like, well, did you know from being told? Oh, okay, well, that's why you don't do that. See, we're not finna change the rules for you. We're not finna start feeling sorry because you knew from being told. No, that's the warning. So what? You want extra rights? Like, no, that was it. Everybody got that. You know what I'm saying? So my whole purpose is saying, Moors, only thing we provide you with is a shield and a sword. We're not telling you, we can't train for you. You got to read the books by your damn self. You got to learn how to fight by your damn self.
Right.
How many lives I'm going to do before you realize this, I can do a live and it don't make you know it. Just because you watched it don't mean you know it. Like, I don't know how simple to put it. That's why I done went to comedy, and that's why I went to that other principle. I say, let me use these principles because these principles ain't work. This nice, happy, joy, that ain't working. It's just like when I'm talking to people when I'm trying to get stuff done. When I'm calm, cool, collected, I get all the bullshit. I got to start cursing people out. Then I don't get no problem. So after getting out the joint in 2-3 years of this, you know, I done developed a habit. It's something I'm going to work on. But right now, I'm using it for my purpose. I'm using it for my purpose. Mm-hmm. I'm going to use this to stir the drink, to create a spark. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, when a body dead on the operation table, do they get some room temperature? Do they get the room temperature joints? Know what I'm saying? To spark you up?
Yeah, they get to moving, bro.
I'm talking about when they motherfucking clear.
Right, now the electricity.
Right. On you. Is this some electricity coming through there? Is this some hot shit coming through there?
You wouldn't want to touch it.
Right, you ain't gonna want to touch it.
Right, that's why they say clear before they even get started. Clear, like move. Right, not like clear, I'm ready to go. No, like clear, like move, get back.
Oh, okay. So hold up. The body wasn't dead, right? Let's say the body wasn't dead. Will we be doing clear? Mm-mm. Will we be charging the body up if it was already had a heartbeat?
No.
Simple. So the problem is you niggas don't even know you dead. He dead. We trying to resurrect him, and he coming back to life only to knock the clear off of him, so he can't live.
Right. To knock all the stuff off. Like, no, I was asleep.
Right.
What you
Stop,
doing?
stop.
Right.
Trying to wake me up. You're
Right.
gonna make me have to do some processes. I'm gonna have to read a book if they know I heard this.
Okay.
I ain't gonna be able to keep, you know what I'm saying, getting taken care of if they know I know. Stop trying to wake me up.
Right.
That's the people, and the sheiks is right with him. Stop trying to wake him up. You see, we're gonna save him.
Right.
He doesn't need you. He doesn't need the truth. Doesn't need a law.
Right.
Like, bro, I thought you named after Allah.
Right.
It's only for show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, what's your whole name in Arabic?
Mm-hmm.
What the? Like what?
Yeah.
One of y'all name is after Allah. You got Allah in your name. I'm like, what? This how far I done get. This why I be enraged. Bro, you read the scripture when it's like Jesus went into the church and threw over the tables?
Yeah. Yeah.
This how, like, and they wondering what, like I'm supposed to be on here smiling.
Right.
Like what?
Right. Right.
These
Literally.
niggas that made the church about getting fiat, and y'all think I'm wrong? I'm throwing over the tables. This what these lives is doing. When you see me coming here talking about don't send these people a red cent, don't get nobody a donation. I'm throwing over the table. Let's see who gonna do it for free now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who gonna keep doing it. Because it don't cost nothing to get on Facebook. We can have a ticker going down every time we get on live. Yeah, we need to finance. We need to finance. We need to finance. But it don't cost nothing to get on. It costs a little bit for the setup, but we good. We do business. Know what I'm saying? We do business. And the people is kind of hurting right now. Know what I'm saying? They'll get all right. They'll get back. How about we teach them how to do business so they can get some fiat and then they can donate to the nation? How about that?
Mm-hmm.
How about we all balling?
Mm-hmm.
How about instead of just calling their ass Negroes, how about we look at the 1921 Tulsa riots and the Black Wall Street and see what the hell they did to get their own shit? Because I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so hard to sit when I think about right now, when I think about the state of the Moors right now, and I think about Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's a hard, like, which one would you rather have? Real talk. This might be when keeping it real goes wrong. Which one would you rather have? Would you rather be fully conscious in today and most of your people some goddamn traitors, but you know who you really is? Or would you want to know who you really is and suppress it? Like, fuck it, just so we can have our own town and do whatever the hell we want to live, how we really want to live.
Yo, bro.
Because more about the Negroes as if they doing better than the Negroes was doing. I'm
right.
like, well, the Black Wall Street, they was Negroes, but they had real money. They had real businesses. They had their own town for miles and miles and miles.
Mm-hmm.
This shit was Harlem Nights.
Yep.
This shit starting to sound like paradise to me.
Yep.
Like what? We got our own neighborhoods. We can be out 2 a.m, ain't got to worry about nothing.
Right.
Like what? We got our own police. We got our own courthouse. It's real money. It ain't no hyperinflation. Ain't no hypothecation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be thinking about it like, damn, would I have rather lived as a Negro in them days, or would I rather be where I'm at now? Shit. Because we'll talk about Negro all the time. We'll talk Negro like they ain't doing it. Like we ain't in the same reality.
Yep.
Just with an L or a Bay.
Mm-hmm.
This is why don't nobody do a process. Because they ass was pretending for a whole lifetime.
Right. So before we go too far, I do want to go back and touch back on Joshua's question. I know he's talking about how, he just moved here, this, that, and the third, and he the question about, I'm in Texas or whatever, set up residency here for 6 months. Your straw has to set up residency there for 6 months. And that still doesn't have anything to do with the process. Like some of that, like if y'all know you took the course, I think you might need to review some notes or whatever and maybe hit with a question or whatever in the private so we can get you clear. Because from what you asking and what you presenting the question, it seems to me like it's some parts of that you missed.
Yup. And also,
and then no offense taken. You know what I mean? It's just like that's the reason why he was making the clarity. So you don't have to worry about, you know, like thinking that we were offended or anything like that. It's just the we being transparent and things have to be brought out in the open. So that same question you got is the same question somebody else got, and everybody else, you know, some people just don't have the balls to ask. So thanks for asking. So, you know, it's all good.
Islam. I'm looking for Illinois country. I thought I had it up here. Damn it. Let's see. Backing up. It might be up here. Bang. Let me see if it pop up. Okay. Y'all see this Illinois country? When they made the black code, this was when Illinois was under slavery, France control. They call it Illinois country. This why when people write mail and they Illinois Republic, they call it Illinois its own country, its own sovereign republic. The land of the Illinois, plural, meaning the people, the Illinois people. The Illinois people, sometimes referred to as Upper Louisiana, was a vast region of New France claimed in the 1600s in what is now the Midwestern United States. While these names generally refer to the entire upper Mississippi River watershed, French colonial settlement was concentrated along the Mississippi and Illinois rivers in what is now the U.S. states of Illinois and Missouri, with outposts in Indiana. So the only reason I showed you this is to show you the republic. Like when you go back in history, you got to change how you thinking about the information. You got to know, no, this is the Illinois country back then. This is what they was calling it. Well, I was finna go. Give me a second. What form is this? Okay. Now in Illinois, they end up making it Illinois Confederacy. So they end my people and making the state of. They made the state of, and you know, we was fighting a war with these before all this happened. We lost the war. So this is where we went wrong around the Civil War period. And we in the loop right now. In the Civil War period, we wanted all our rights. That William Dungy case I showed you was before the Civil War. So before the Civil War, before freeing the Negroes, you had Moors over here married to Caucasians with property. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Operating with whatever rights they can, you know what I'm saying, secure. Whatever rights these people was honoring from the treaties.
Mm-hmm.
Under free white status.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we showed you. And basically the literature of Noble Drew Ali is telling you the failed experiment. It's telling you that this is failed experiment. You see all these Republican congressmen, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi. You see all 75, 73, 72, 71, all in 1870, around that civil rights era. That was a failed experiment. And how you know it's a failed experiment is you go to the literature. That was us amalgamating. That was us amalgamating. All good. Honorable. Well, I ain't gonna say we didn't know. That's one honorable. You see what happened to William Dungy. His own brother-in-law try to diminish his status.
Yep.
So we know we in the end of times. We know we left the Piscean age, we in the Aquarian age, so it's the end of time and it's the fulfilling of the prophecies. We in the last chapter of the Holy Quran, Circle 7. The last prophet in these days is Noble Drew Ali, who was prepared. The last prophet, meaning ain't no more Walis after him. Who is your Wali? Who is your connection to the straight path? The last prophet in these days is Noble Drew Ali, who was prepared divinely in due time by Allah to redeem men from their sinful ways and to warn them of the great wrath which is sure to come upon the earth. Ain't we in it?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't we in it right now?
I don't know how many more signs you need.
So what everybody's surprised about?
Mm-hmm.
John the Baptist was the forerunner of Jesus in those days to warn and stir up the nation. What they mean, stir up the nation? Because we warning and stirring up the nation right now. And prepare them to receive the divine creed, which was to be taught by Jesus. What they mean, divine creed? You know, Noble Drew Ali wrote this. You mean he was in the mysticism? He personally wrote this chapter, the last 4 chapters. In these modern days, there came a forerunner of Jesus who was divinely prepared by the great God Allah, and his name is Marcus Garvey. So Marcus Garvey was ordained by Allah too? Who did teach and warn the nations of the earth to prepare to meet the coming prophet, who was to bring the true and divine creed of Islam. And his name is Noble Drew Ali, who was prepared and sent to this earth by Allah to teach the old time religion and the everlasting gospel to the sons of men. The old time religion.
Yep.
Don't think no Caucasians made that up. That every nation shall and must worship under their own vine and fig tree. Don't seem like unity. Not that type of unity.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna unify once we're gonna unify as nations. Not as, you know what I'm saying, what y'all talking about.
Right.
And return to their own and be one with their Father God Allah. What they mean, return to their own. That means we was in this, what we in now. The melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
See, everybody ain't in their own vine and fig tree now. Everybody talking about U.S. citizen and got Article 3, diversity of citizenship. They ain't in their own vine and fig. It's the melting pot. It's the international contract. The Moorish Science of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization. Any subordinate temple that desires to receive a charter, the prophet has them to issue to every state throughout the United States, that the world may hear and know the truth, that among the descendants of Africa, there is still much wisdom to be learned in these days for the redemption of the sons of men under love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We as a clean and pure nation, finna get critical. We, meaning the Moors, as a clean and pure nation descended from the inhabitants of Africa, do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the families of the pale-skinned nations of Europe. Ain't that the Dungy case?
Yep.
Neither serve the gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine founders of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. Therefore, we are returning the church and Christianity back to the European nations. If we're returning it, that means we had it, right?
Yep.
You can't give it back if you ain't have it.
Yeah,
and most of y'all still got a legal name, which is one Christian name and one surname. So you ain't returned Christianity back to the European. You have not rendered unto Caesar what's Caesar's. Even if you 80 years old and been doing it for 50 years and thought you did.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, and even if you in the temple naturalizing people. And if that's what y'all choose to do, cool. Do that. Just know it's a difference. And just know, like what y'all talking about, that's part of what's holding it up. While we the Moorish Americans are returning to Islam, which was founded by our forefathers for our earthly and divine salvation. So we going back to Islam, not just any Islam. We going to the Islam that's founded by our forefathers. And can't no more show me our forefathers was U.S. citizens practicing Islam. The covenant of the great God Allah, honor thy father and thy mother, that they days may be long upon the earth land, which the Lord thy God Allah hath given thee. Come, all ye Asiatics of America, and hear the truth about your nationality and birthrights, because you are not Negroes. Learn of your father's ancient and divine creed, that you will learn to love instead of hate. Like, listen to the words, ancient and divine.
Mm-hmm.
The United States was formed about 250 years ago. That ain't ancient.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to uplift fallen humanity. Come and link yourselves with the family of nations. We honor all true and divine prophets or walis.
Mm-hmm.
We honor anybody who connected to the path. We just want to know you connected to the path. So who your wali is. And why y'all ain't changed that name? That Christian name. And why y'all ain't with the empire for the record? Why y'all ain't update y'all status? Because I can show you in the FBI files that naturalizing with the US takes away, like say you naturalize, which y'all already at the wrong status anyway, as if y'all naturalized. Say you was coming like Dungy from Portuguese with Moorish ancestry and you naturalize. That take away your Moorish descent.
Mm-hmm.
This why I'm pretty sure he didn't naturalize. Because you can go to 18 U.S. Code 1448 and it tell you about those who naturalize. You can't be a Moor and naturalize in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible according to that law. You got to renounce your Moorish nobility. That's part of the law. And then you got to take an oath to the U.S. Constitution. Not your Constitution. So some boys is naturalizing and they trying to be real corporate citizens and try to get the rights like that. Like I said, that's on you. That's on you. Everybody got the right to do what they want to do. The Masons doing the same thing. That's where y'all get it from. That's where y'all got these processes that ain't working for nobody. I be trying to get off the consulate ass, but the fraud is just so immense.
Mm-hmm.
The delirium stuff is still up there. Like they saying they not with the other group, but they stuff still up there, and her name is on the document, along with the Moor who she tricked, and that's on the video that's saying he lost all his property, and then she told him it's all your fault. His name on the document. They the two witnesses for y'all delirium.
Mm-hmm.
That y'all ain't got. That's all I'm saying. Go look at the website. Go ask them why they got Noble Drew Ali up there and ain't following none of his literature. What you mean nationality to order today?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't trying to get too far in their ass. It is. I'm just bringing up stuff because these is traps. They traps, yep. Bro.
Yep.
If I go take a whole.
Oh, you breaking up?
And I just leave it out there. I just leave it out there, knowing that if somebody step on it, they might do a Tom and Jerry. Mm-hmm. It's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can say I don't know about it until all the neighbors keep telling, like, look, bro, could you get this hole out the middle of the sidewalk?
Yep.
Everybody stepping on it. This thing don't walk all the way down the block. People don't stepped on it all the way down the block now. Get your hole out the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wasn't using it. I mean, was you walking? Like, bro, it's your shit. Ain't you the one that signed off for this? People don't feel the responsibility. And if they not responsible and they got their name on stuff, that mean they ain't worthy of trust.
Mm-hmm.
That mean they in breach of trust. You can't sign off on something and then let it just do whatever in your name.
Mm-hmm.
That's how your credibility get messed up. So, Islam, I'm glad the brother ain't take no offense because I'm animated anyway. I got energy anyway. I'm on edge anyway, y'all. This is what people gonna have to realize with me. Because they don't, like, people not looking at the whole picture, and I understand we don't know each other's lives and all this stuff. But when I do know stuff about people, I try and take it into account before I just get to know what I'm saying whatever and thinking whatever. And part of this is just our jihad. We just gotta take these on the chin like that, bro. Like, it's a long, like, how many people was like ahead of their time? Noble Ali. Bro, Noble Ali. Think of all the criticism he took to be something new. What people consider new, and you trying to help the people. So, you know, I ain't Noble Ali. I get frustrated. I curse your ass out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'll reconcile. I'll take my responsibility. You hear that? If I'm wrong. That's a possibility. I can be wrong. Some of these people, you ain't never heard them say I was wrong. And it's a hadith in Islam that you can't even reach paradise until you reach the fitra of Adam. Fitra is your original disposition. And with the story of Adam, when he messed up, he repented and was granted mercy. So you can't reach the paradise if you don't know how to repent. If you can't take your own weight. If all you can take is credit.
That's long.
All you take is praise, huh? You ain't never done nothing wrong? Oh, okay. Yeah, you ain't over here, bro. Cause every time somebody try and give me some praise, I'm like, bro, please don't. Please. Me and Allah got a contract. He giving me what I want. I don't need it from y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all praise. I could care less about y'all praise. I exaggerate my personality with the cursing sometimes just to make y'all not, you know what I'm saying? Just to put myself in a light. Like, I downplay my light. I downplay it. Because I don't want you. Because I know what I think of me. I'm supposed to think that of me. And I know people can compliment and all that, but that's a slippery slope. I know people wanting to say, so I ain't even finna let their ass work it up. No, I want you to have the same attitude I got. I want you to look at me and be like, yeah, I like style, but I would have did it like this. You know what I'm saying? I want you to try and personalize it. I want you to know you the God. This is your life. My life is my life. Your life is your life. You be the God over there. I'm going to be the God over here. That's the whole principle of a republic. Isonomy. Don't injure personal property. So I think that's a good note. If ain't nobody got no questions, I'm good on that. We once again gave you multiple subject matter. We gave you multiple subject matter. And if ain't nobody got no questions, I'm gonna get up off here because I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we're gonna give them a minute or two to see if they got any questions. It looks like it's been pretty quiet.
So if anybody, like, what do we do now? It's the same stuff, bro. It's a divine and national movement. So you do all the paperwork, nationality you want. If you ain't got the divine, that shit ain't finna get activated. You ain't got the divine, you ain't on the path. You fraudulently got papers. That's like say you got a fake ID. You get somebody to make you a fake ID. You know what I'm saying? That ain't real. That ain't finna work. That's finna work as long as you showing it to people who ain't got the ID scanner.
Right. Because as soon as they get ready to scan, it's pop.
Yeah. As soon as your dumb ass gets stopped and one of them scan you out of there. Bro, this shit is the same in the private. Your nationality card only work against Moors who don't know what they talking about. Your costume only work against Moors who don't know. Your fez and your title only work against Moors who don't know what they talking about. Because as soon as you see somebody like me in the street, we gonna scan your ass.
Yeah.
What you mean naturalized? You a U.S. citizen? No, I meant nationality. Well, how you get them mixed up? How long you been in this?
Right.
See, we gonna know you instantly, within seconds, because you not us. You not us. When we try to do what we do, you get to doing Moses. Hey, why did you do this? And we said, man, we told you, you can't come with us. You ain't got a comprehensive knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
This is our kiddos only. This ain't for Moses's. You want to go follow some rules, take your ass over there with the lawman.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to enforce, and it also is showing you the difference between a ruler, an El, and a Bey. Moses was trying to be a Bey. He was trying to be a Bey. He was trying to enforce. Every time he tried to be a Bey, Kidda told him, no, I'm the El. I told your ass, I make law. You enforce it, which means you follow my orders. You enforcing the law I make. Now look around social media. It's a whole lot of Beys trying to enforce and be somebody general.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want to follow what the Els told them. Because the Els is the gods, is the creator of the law. So the gods is back. And now the Beys who been acting don't want to fall in line. They want to, oh no, we're the God and that's mysticism and it's just enforcement. No, the gods is back, nigga. The Els is back. We create the law and y'all do what we create. Go follow that order.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they need a warrant from an Article 3 judge? The police need a warrant from an Article 3 judge of what the witness said.
Mm-hmm.
Same principle. Same principle. The Els make the law. But see, everybody want to be a Bey. Now go look at everybody with Bey on their name. Everybody want to be a Bey because they want to control some shit. They go look up the definitions, and lawmaking don't sound good.
Right.
Controlling a Turkish province, that sounds like some power.
Yep.
That sounds like some power. That's why everybody an emperor, a general, you know what I'm saying? A national, grand, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everybody got
some
grand ass title. Why you can't just be who you is? Because ain't nobody, they want you to honor that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to treat them like they actually that. But only way I'm going to treat you like that is if I'm getting treated like that. It's balance over. I don't do slave principles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So, like I say, I'll be going on forever because this stuff just common sense to me. I think about it and just get to talking about some more. But y'all see how the ain't nothing but literature up here, y'all. Look at this. Literature and law. Besides, we had the Masons speaking. We got the Holy Quran of Mecca. We got Uwais-Yan. We know we talking Sufism. We got Al-Qaeda. We talking Sufism. Book. We talking another version of Sufism. Metanetta. We got the William Dungy case. We was talking William Dungy. It's taking time to pop up. We was the Black Codes. What else did we hit on? We didn't hit Divine Warning. We hit Circle 7. We do Divine Constitution. We hit on these things. I think we hit on the fake lanes. Well, we might did yesterday.
We hit that yesterday.
That might have been yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. I'm good on that. Moors need to get their Divine and National together. Yo, Divine, you need to figure out what it is you're about, because I don't think Moors know what they religion is. I keep saying put it on the record. I don't think they know what to put on the record.
No.
There's so many voices. It's like, what about this? And what about this? Like, bro, do you agree with anything? Mm-hmm. Is it any of them things that you agree with? You can say, this is my law.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they even know that, but that need to be on the record. These people trying to shoot y'all up with needles.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been on the record with a body politic notarized with county seals on it.
Mm-hmm. That's on.
Names supposed to been changed for the record. Jobs supposed to been updated.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of stuff been going on. My stuff's, but like a lot of my stuff ain't done too. I'm still trying to do it too.
Yeah.
Some of my stuff been stagnated because of the pandemic. Some of my stuff been stagnated because I'm just choosing to help people.
Right.
Like I put mine on the back burner. I ain't really that worried about it. I know I'm the type. Like I ain't the type that like I told you, I beat cases before I even had everything straight. I'm not the type that don't got a go button. I'm not Iblis. I'm not the type that's gonna give up and despair. I'm the type that's gonna say, once I found out the nature and cause, and you ain't operating fairly, I'm finna even a playing field one way or another. That's what I'm finna do. That's what Moors ain't ready to do. Right. They gonna talk about it. They'll do it with another Moor, or talk about it with another Moor. But when that individual lock your ass up and charge you, when them individuals do it, you don't go after them individuals. You say all of them did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is how they keep doing it. Cause niggas can hide behind the name. Ain't nobody mad if I just keep saying Morris American Constant. That's vague as hell. If I start calling niggas names, somebody might call this restream.
It's long.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This is why I really been waiting for people to like, and I've been trying to get off that. Cause that ain't my mission no way. It's hard. That energy, that's a dangerous energy. You play with it, once you get on it, it's hard to get off. This is why we flee, and if you can't flee, drop the world on. Cause hey. So I don't see no more questions.
Yeah, it look like we good.
Get along, steady in this, trying to dig.
It's long. You know, most people, I think they're probably trying to get ready for that Super Bowl. You know.
Yeah, it's all good. I understand.
You know how they do.
I understand. I might catch me a couple highlights. I just don't care about it like that. Like it'd be a lot of stuff I want to do, but I just don't care about it.
Right. But it's like sometimes once you know some shit and you know what's going on, that shit don't, and you know what that is, it don't mean the same thing like it used to. It's just different. You got to, the shit's different, bro. It's just like you made changes. We was all forced to make changes. And it's a lot of people that's not going to get that up, but it is what it is.
Bro, I was out here for 4 years before I bought that car, before I treated myself. You know what I'm saying? I thought about it. I wanted it. It wasn't my priority, though. I get it when I want to get it. And when the time when I felt like I want to get it, I went and got it.
Right.
So this is how I'm looking at certain stuff. Like priorities got to be set for the movement. A lot of people just want processes because they scared. They think it's going to get them out of a cage. I'm telling you it ain't. I'm telling you it ain't. Islam. I'm telling you, you need the divine part first. So you wasting time. By you going to get trying to understand law, this, that, and that, you ain't even got the energy that's going to make you enforce when you get violated. Boys know this law. They not following it when they get violated. They know what all they can do because they don't really, it's not really them. It ain't really them. See, when it's not really you, you don't care about what? Unless it's some other circumstance. What, you got kids in the car, some you ain't finna wild out because you don't, okay, I can understand that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Even it might be a point of no return for some people. Some people it's just whatever. I'm just going, And I'm one of them people. Sometimes it is what it is. I be going out the roof so much, I just be, trusting it.
Yeah. Because it's gonna definitely tell you what's the best move to make during that time. But a lot of people like they're not receptive. That's what we're trying to get people to work on your receptivity. It's serious.
Yep. Islam, I appreciate everybody for being patient and you know what I'm saying, watching and taking notes and being unbalanced and believing in your damn self and not letting nobody spell you. And besides that, that's all I got for right now. There go the number if y'all want to take the class. The class is 100 notes. Like I said, I don't know how long it's gonna be. Just 100 notes. We made it like that for a reason. Though we want everybody to be able to change their name correction and status and work out a trust if they want to. I keep talking about Sufism because that's our path. I'm not holding everybody to Sufism. It's different. You can metanetta. You can get your commit on. I'm saying, who is your wali? That's why I said that. It's other walis. No, but you ain't the only one. No, but you really ain't the only wali.
Islam.
Islam. I'm saying if you bring your ass over here, you better go do some research. Don't come over here trying to make up some shit. That be the intention. It ain't because people don't know. It's because people intent ain't right. It's because they trying to slip a Mickey.
Yep.
And we know how to find out. We gonna ask the correct questions. That's gonna find out if that's a Mickey or not. You're not even gonna know what we talking about. And then we gonna get the breaking. Well, if you knew this, then how this? And then in this and this, and you gonna be like, well, I didn't even mean all that. I just wanted to, and we like, you just came like that in the door. Now we don't trust nothing you say. Don't never come back.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's perfectly put.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess it looks like we good. I don't see any questions. And peace to the tribe. We appreciate y'all's time, and we will be seeing y'all again.
Peace.